Coming at you from New Jersey, the capital of misery, and the place where metal forgot to die.
This is the Here Lies Metal podcast, and today we are looking in the box again.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Box of metal CDs.
Of the 90s CD mystery box.
Ongoing series.
What's in the box?
Let's go in. Let's begin. You know what this is about already. You know what we're gonna do. So why don't we pick out a CD?
All right. And
that one. Everyone knows that one.
Black Sabbath.
Boring.
Maledictus does not like this.
Yeah, I like it, but it's just so overplayed.
He claims to not like this.
It's overplayed.
He claims to like the Billboard song sung by Billboard better than anything on this album.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, everyone knows this album through and through. It's, it's obviously a very important event in the making of metal, obviously, and we've all heard it a million times, so we don't need to hear it again.
But yes, this looks like a 1996 repress.
Yeah, there's many pressings of that. There's a million.
Not an original CD.
No, definitely not. There's a million zillion versions of that, and The Alchemist owns all of them. That's a good one. All right, so
what is this?
That gave us a lot of good times. That one. He was very fond of this one. He used to play all the time. Surprised he even gave it to me. That is basically a bunch of songs from Bollywood movie soundtracks. It's called Dance Raja Dance.
South Indian film music of Vijaya Anand.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is, but obviously he made the music for a lot of very.
Is this gonna be like, you remember Ghost World?
Yeah.
It opens with the Bollywood music.
I mean, yeah, it all kind of sounds the same to me. But yeah, this is a fun album. It's a very good party, a lot of good party songs. You will enjoy this one. I don't know if you'll ever find this one.
I would like to listen to that one.
Yeah, it's fun. This is probably the only existing copy, so you'll probably never ever see this anywhere. It's probably not even on Spotify. I'll check, but I doubt it. So, but we have it here, so you'll never hear it. Oh, can we show that? I don't know if we could show that.
What are we looking at?
That is the original version of Origin of the Feces, which is a live Type O Negative album. That's the original version that was banned for some weird reason. I don't know why it was banned. Why do you think that was banned? It's a man's asshole. That's why.
I mean, I think it's pretty tasteful.
Back then, that was like...
I mean, if you didn't have the hands there and that, gaping gesture.
Whose asshole is it? Is it Peter Steele's asshole? Is it,
I mean, he would definitely show you that, I think.
Yeah, I think he would. But it's somebody's asshole.
He thinks the ladies want to see this.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't want the guys looking, that's for sure.
Yeah, probably not. But anyway, this is a good, live album. It's not really live.
Live in studio?
Yeah, but it's a fun album. It's a great album, though. It really is. It makes their albums makes it, these songs sound good, sort of whatever, studio live, whatever. They're a lot. It's a good album. Check it out. Check it out. Yo, check it out.
All right, here we go. 90s.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, Melvins. How many the Melvins come out with albums like every 5 seconds, it seems.
Yeah. So, were they doing that in the 90s though?
I don't know. But they're always they have a lot of albums still. They're like, there's a lot of Melvins albums. And what is on that one? Do we know any? You
got to turn it over too.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So,
the thing might be in wrong. What is on
I think
there?
I know We All Love Judy.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's kind
It's got a cover of the Green Manalishi.
Oh, yeah, okay. There you go. They're doing the Fleetwood Mac songs, sometimes they cover.
I'm not a big Melvins person. I certainly know the hits, but,
I've seen
so many albums, I just don't know.
I've seen the Melvins like so many times, and I'm just like, all right, well, I'm seeing the Melvins. It's not like it's like most of the time I don't know what I'm listening to, but it's, they have so many, they're okay. Melvins. Whatever. That has never been opened.
What is this? Yes, it's got the plastic on it.
So let me see. What is that? What does it say on there? Okay.
Phantasmatrash. Gyros.
I have a very vague memory of this CD. I believe we were at a show once.
Sorry. I think I was showing the back.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there it is. It looks like a picture of.
Is that Clint Eastwood?
Ronald
Reagan.
Is that Ron? Or is that like
That's
John?
Definitely.
It looks like it looks like John Glenn maybe, or it's some old man.
I think it's Ronald Reagan.
Maybe it's Ronald Reagan. Either way, the story behind that CD. I remember I think we were at a show and somebody gave us that CD. Like, hey, check out our CD. Some like shitty band that probably never is long gone. It's like, hey man, check out our CD, and we took it and we never opened it. So who knows what's in there? We'll never know.
I think we should leave it unopened.
Yeah, forever. Who was?
We'll look it up what it is. But.
Yeah, We'll probably won't even find it. I have a feeling. We don't know what
More.
that is.
All right.
I'm a gentle giant.
What is wrong with these guys? Okay,
Yeah, they're
gentle.
weird.
You know, they got to do it backwards,
Yeah.
upside down.
It was probably designed
All right.
for vinyl.
Gentle giant. I hate this art. I've seen
It's
this
scary.
before.
Yeah, it's kind of a
And
scary,
the back.
creepy-
The back is just as bad.
Yeah, just a bunch of creepy
Horrible.
looking dudes. Yeah, that was kind of creeped me out. But to me, it's just
Terrible
great.
perverts.
Yeah, they are. There's just something pervy about that. album.
Weird British prog perverts.
Yeah, there's nothing like directly pervy about it, but there's always just something pervy about these guys. They just make me feel uncomfortable. I love the music. There's something about them that just make me feel uncomfortable. It's just weird, probably just weird British like sex humor or something. I don't know. Prog rock guys are always doing that. They're always inserting these kind of weird sexual things that you probably don't understand. But you're like, that kind of sounds weird, right? Is that supposed to be right? Genesis does that all
Also,
the
because
time.
they're prog, they're way smarter than you.
They are.
So
They definitely are. But this is weird artwork. But yeah, I think this was designed for vinyl originally. That's why it doesn't really sit right. But, I believe I have the vinyl of this.
Yeah. So you think that's
Yeah, it wasn't designed.
that they weren't purposefully being annoying
No, it wasn't designed to fit.
by printing it sideways.
It wasn't designed to fit on a CD. It is in right. So yeah, right. I believe the vinyl one looks normal.
Okay. We got another mixed CD,
Another mixed
but
CD.
I like. Okay.
More Pet Shop Boys.
Last episode we had early Pet Shop Boys mix. Now we have late Pet Shop Boys. I like that there's a printout, like a very professional looking printout of, this mixed CD.
I wasn't aware there was late Pet Shop Boys.
I'm not familiar with late Pet Shop Boys at all, but now I can learn.
I'm sure it's
All right,
Pet Shop Boys. Wow.
What is this?
What is that?
you explain this.
It's the music of Raw, and I bet there's a lot of what year
Greatest
is this?
hits, 15th anniversary.
Oh, so this is probably very new metal-y. Look, this is like early this is probably like early 2000s. You have John Cena on there. You have
Yeah, it's got all the wrestling
Drowning Pool.
guys.
I bet you Drowning
they
Pool
had
is on there.
songs.
Yeah, like when they come out, this was like the song. I bet you $1,000 Drowning Pool's on here. Or maybe not. Okay. Is Fozzy on here? Chris Jericho. Yeah, Chris Jericho. So these are all the songs they came out to, right?
Oh, okay.
So you have like Triple
They didn't
H.
make the songs.
You have Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Vince McMahon, Batista. This is all like early 2000s wrestling. Mick Foley, Chris Jericho, Kane, Rey Mysterio,
I won't do what you tell me.
The Rock. This is when The Rock, if you smell The Rock, this is when The Rock was still a wrestler. See, there's The Rock over here. Look at that. When Dwayne Johnson, when he was still a wrestler. John Cena's over here. Triple H, Steve Austin, Mick Foley.
All right.
All the heroes of yesteryear. If you're into wrestling, Tom Rooster, awesome. Great prog rock-ish. Is it really prog rock? I don't know if it's really prog rock. It's kind of more of a...
I know nothing.
Yeah, Tom Rooster's pretty awesome. You have Carl Palmer on there, one of the greatest drummers ever. Who else was in this band? Nick Graham and Vincent Graham. I don't know these other guys, but it was a power trio, but, mostly featuring Carl Palmer. And, this is... these guys are more kind of pervy British guys, too. I mean, they're pretty... Atomic Rooster, what does that mean? It means atomic cock, right? Just go figure. It's just pervy British
Something's
guys.
wrong in Britain.
Pervy British guys.
Arrest them all.
What's that? Okay. There we go. Agnostic front.
We got a best of agnostic fronts.
Okay. Oh, it's fun. Agnostic front. I believe they're still playing. Yeah. I once covered an agnostic front song myself.
You like any of these
in
songs?
one of my bands. Victim of Hate. I always liked Last Warning. That's the song I covered. And let's see. Did the band I'm in right now cover any agnostic front songs? I don't know if we did. We might have. I don't remember. Toxic Shock. That's a song that Peter Steele wrote. Yeah. Agnostic front. That kind of Brooklyn sound, hardcore. Yeah. Y'all know them. It's tough guy hardcore music.
All right. Iron Maiden.
More Iron Maiden.
More Iron Maiden. Life After Death.
Our donator was a big Iron Maiden fan. That was kind of the band he grew up with. So we're gonna have
I'm
a lot
not sure
of.
what's on this. Is this a?
Aces High is on there. Is that?
I think this is
It's
a
probably a
best
comp.
of.
Yeah, it's probably a
it's a comp because it's got Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, The Trooper.
Yeah, all those songs.
Yeah,
are
this
on
is a comp.
there. Yeah, if you want to listen to all the Iron Maiden songs you want to hear,
It's coming apart. It's been used a lot, opened many times.
Yeah.
It's kind of like crusty.
Throwing around in a
It's
car.
dirty.
Listen to a car on the car
I gotta wash my
floor.
hands after touching it.
Yeah, some of these things are pretty dusty and dirty. But yeah, if you want all the normal Iron Maiden songs that you know, you just probably listen to that.
Honestly, that's who I am.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like the Iron Maiden deep cuts.
Me too. I'm not a big Iron Maiden guy.
All right.
Shoot me for it. Everything. There's something for everyone. Modest Yahoo.
Modest Yahoo.
We all remember whatever happened to
live Modest Yahoo
Whatever happened
album.
to Modest Yahoo? Is he still doing that?
How long can you do this?
How long can you do that? Just, thank you. That's basically in to sum it down. How long can you do this? Modest Yahoo. All right, he was cool for like 5
This
seconds.
has a very strong FBI anti-piracy warning on it.
He's like, no, seriously, don't even. It's like, okay, dude. All right. Okay, I won't. Who wants to pirate this? That is not anti-Semitic. All right, I just said I don't like it. Okay, Cro-Mags.
Got some more hardcore.
Awesome. It's very
Best wishes.
Yeah, as you know, the Cro-Mags always have some very Buddhist kind of thing, some Hare Krishna kind of thing going on the cover. Yeah, we have. Look at Harley Flanagan. Harley Flanagan always just want to kick your ass. And to this day, he's even like more jacked now, and he just wants to kick your ass still. Like, what did somebody do to Harley Flanagan when he was young? Now, I heard he grew up with Jaco Pastorius in the same building, which is, he just lived some weird, crazy lifestyle as a kid. He just knew everyone. But yeah, who's in this band? We have, Douglas Holland and Paris Mayhew, the founder of this band, and who is bass and vocals. So Harley Flanagan is singing on this. John Joseph is not on this album. Interesting. Okay, I'm not. No, this must be a later album where John Joseph is not in the band anymore. Interesting.
Gong.
Awesome.
I want to listen to this.
That's crazy stuff.
Best of Gong.
There you go. That's all you need.
I want to get into nice prog, not weird English perv prog.
Gong is weird. Definitely. What, are they from Germany?
I think
Something
they're
like that.
German.
Yeah.
They're definitely not British.
Yeah, they're definitely not British. They have a different sense
That's
of
my
humor.
red flag.
It's a
British
different-
prog.
It's a different sense of humor here. It's a German sense of humor, maybe. Yeah, Gong is weird. As you know, they're definitely the kings of weird prog rock, for sure. Blackmore's Night.
Blackmore's nice.
We saw them once.
We saw them live.
It's probably an old CD. They've been doing it for a while. Richard
The
Blackmore.
CD is from 1999.
Yeah, so he's been doing it for a while.
The Night Under a Violet Moon, or Under a Violet Moon album.
That kind of looks like the stage we saw there on the cover. That looks like kind of.
There it is.
That kind of looks like the whole stage setup. Look like they're kind of like in a town square, kind of, just doing music. A bunch of peasants doing music. Peasants.
I just remember when we saw them, Candace Knight, of course, Richie's wife,
Candace
who
Knight.
sings and is basically the band leader. She's up there speaking.
Yeah.
It was very like dinner theater
Yeah,
vibe.
it's definitely for old people.
Like-
to have a date night too.
I feel like she's worked dinner theater before.
Yeah, she has the way she speaks. She's like, "All right, folks, and now we're gonna,
She's telling jokes,
host,
telling like jokes that she wrote.
she
not
makes
like,
fun of Richie. She's like, he's an old grump, She kind of she's kind of like, like she's like Cher and he's kind of Sunny, She'll kind of do the whole.
All right, got some more Hawkwind.
Some weird pressing of Hawkwind. I don't know. It's probably some weird. Comp.
Palace Springs.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that. It looks like what is on this? I feel like this is probably just like a mix. Back in the Box, Treadmill, Void of God. No, these are. No, I think this is its own album. Let's see, what year is this? Might be later. 1991. Is this a repressing or is it from 1991? I think Hawkwind was probably still making music in 91. I don't know, some crazy. I'm not familiar with these Hawkwind songs. It seems like later stuff. So, Grand Funk Railroad. They look like a bunch of cavemen.
Survival.
It's like, yeah, they're like a bunch of, they're like an album cover. They're like a bunch of like guys.
I'm not too familiar with Grand Funk Railroad.
They got some okay songs. What's their big hit? Like, I can't remember, but yeah, Grand Funk Railroad. Kind of got a big sound there.
They've got Country Road on here. Is that
It's a very common name to call a song. It could be a lot.
Is that the famous Country Road?
John Denver song, or is that a like where do we go with that? That could be so many different songs.
All right.
That. Yeah, they're like a bunch of cavemen eating cannibals here.
Surprised it took us so long
Yes,
to
there
find
it is.
Genesis.
So, there it is. There's the
Nursery
Golds.
Crime.
Great album. That's probably like the first Genesis album I heard. Like that was their that wasn't Phil Collins, and I was like, wow. I was like, this is Genesis. It's really like my first experience into like their stuff with Peter Gabriel, and great album. Like some great songs. Phil Collins on drums on that one. Peter Gabriel on vocals. That is really good Genesis there. It's also very pervy too.
I'm okay with Genesis.
Yeah. Peter Gabriel's always got he's talking about some weird pervy stuff all the time. Black Widow. All right, so Black Widow was a strange, sort of satanic-y kind of prog rock band.
I also want to make a note that CD case is also very dirty.
Yeah, well, they were like, they were in a lot of dusty closets for a long time. Black Widow, I believe... Come to the Sabbath song. That's the one I know. Come to the Sabbath. Come to the Sabbath. Come to the Satin. Satan's there. It's very folky. It's not like Black Widow sounds like it should be like some heavy like Black Sabbathy kind of stuff, but no, it's very folky. But it's it's like some of like the first real sort of satanic kind of music. And satanic music back in the day was like kind of folky. It wasn't like Black Sabbath. It was like like Coven or Black Widow. It was kind of very happy. It was celebratory. Satan wasn't something to be feared. It was something to celebrate to these people. So, and there was no satanic panic with that. Fleetwood Mac.
Live at the BBC.
That looks like Fleetwood Mac.
Peter Green's.
Peter
okay,
Green,
this is your classic, old boomer guy being like, I like Fleetwood Mac in the Peter Green days.
I don't like it with Stevie
before
Nicks.
they got the girls in there.
And Lindsey Buckingham. That guy sucks. He sounds like a girl.
That was my dad.
I like it with Lindsey Buckingham.
We actually owned a documentary of the Peter Green Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
As a child.
Okay. Yeah. Peter Green's all the stuff.
Honestly, I prefer the pop Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like
Rumors.
standard blues.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's too bluesy. It's just blue-eyed blues, just boring, kind of boomery kind of stuff. Yeah.
But
Blues Daddy.
we've got a live Peter Green Fleetwood Mac now.
Peter Green was a great guitarist, and his guitars are worth a lot. His guitar, I think Kirk Hammett bought his guitar for like $5 million or something. He bought it from the estate of the guy from Thin Lizzy that owned it. What was his name? The guy that died. I forget his name. Can't remember his name. We'll edit that in.
All right, we've got.
There's just a gothic rock compilation. So what's on there?
Gothic rock.
Yeah, what is considered gothic rock?
Released by
90s?
Cleopatra.
Yeah, that's who used to do it back then. That's who used to release all that
Got
stuff.
Bauhaus.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, usual suspects.
I really don't know a lot of goth music, I think.
Let me.
Bauhaus is the only one I think I recognize. You take a look.
May I? Let's see. What is on here? It's Southern Deathcore. Max Mail, Deutschland, Theater of Hates. Gene Loves Jezebel. I know them. Fields of Nephilim. A UK Decay. Virgin Alien Sex Fiend. I remember that. Let's see. Christian Death. Yeah, a lot of stuff is pretty deep. There's no Sisters of Mercy in here. I guess they weren't on Cleopatra. Yes, it's kind of pretty deep stuff here. So yeah, you were kind of, this was for the cool goths. Just the 90s were the time of goths, and this was made for them.
If you were a goth, this was the compilation to have.
You definitely had that in your thing. That was all kind of like the deep goth bands.
We're getting pretty deep in the box.
Cleopatra Records.
Might need to adjust the box cam.
Here we go. Some Rise Above stuff. Orange Goblin. Never really liked these guys. They're just
me neither.
I don't know. They're too like bikery for. I don't know. Just
the album's called Time Traveling Blues.
they're very stonery. They're not very doomy. Like that.
Yeah.
Never was into them. Could never really get into them. Yeah. Orange Goblin. Cool album covers though. They also had really cool album covers. But the album covers didn't match the music for me. You kind of expected kind of more exciting music out of that. I don't know. That's just me. Never was an Orange Goblin fan. Grief. Okay, Grief. Yeah. Our donator was a big Grief fan. So there's a couple of Grief albums in there. We saw the late,
we saw.
What were they called? A Dark Horse or what were they called? We saw them.
Warhorse?
Warhorse. Was it Warhorse?
And it was basically Grief.
Yeah, we had seen them at Psycho, and we'd also seen them.
And we've seen them open for I Hate God.
Yeah, for I Hate God. But yeah, it's basically the guys from Grief and really old dudes.
Grief Miserably ever after.
Mass holes, they are, from that
There's
Massachusetts scene.
Rhinoceros on the back here.
Yeah. I was never into, couldn't say I was never really into grief, but they have their place in the metal pantheon. And there is Slow, Deep, and Hard, Typo Negative's first album. Very good album. It's a new sound. It's almost sort of like Carnivore with keyboards in a way. You all remember the songs from this. I Know You're Fucking Someone Else. I remember they used to play these songs on WSIU, but they would play that song, but they have to cut it out like every other verse because he would say, "I know you're fucking someone else," and it was kind of weird. But that's the first time I heard that song, and it's from that album. There's some good songs on that album. I don't think it aged well, but if you listen to it, you're like, this brings back memories. If you listen to that one, so I kind of grew up on.
So for me, who has no nostalgia attached to this,
I have a lot, so.
and is barely familiar with Typo.
Yeah.
Don't bother. All right. Okay. Oh, we're actually at 20.
We're at 20.
So
that's it. Ending at Typo Negative.
We're going to end on Slow, Deep, and Hard.
So, folks, that's another episode of The Box of Classic CDs. We have a few more of these episodes to go. We have that box is nearly empty, maybe about.
I think we have at least 4.
Yeah. You probably got 4 episodes.
We actually have another box.
We have a whole other box.
We had 2 boxes.
I think the other box is even more full than this one. So we're gonna do this for a while. We're gonna see how you guys like it. Hopefully you respond well to this. Hopefully you have something to say about these CDs as well. Maybe they did something for you. Maybe you can help us in any information about them that I can't find on Discogs because I'm going to look. Folks, that's another episode. So.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll have more interesting, fun content. More personalized content like this. Maybe this is a little more fun. This is a little less. This is a little more loose than the usual album reviews, right? So maybe a little more fun. So, all right, folks. So we'll see you again soon with more content about metal, I think. All right, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, hit that bell button so you know when we're releasing new episodes. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.